Chiefs Kingdom, buckle up. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have finally spoken about a Kansas City Chiefs star who's been abruptly left out and remains mysteriously absent. And yeah, this story has everyone talking. The message from the podium was calm, measured, and very Chiefs, but the questions are loud and real. What happened? Why now? And what does it mean for Sunday and beyond? We're breaking the whole thing down, what was said, what wasn't, and how this impacts the locker room, the playbook, and the AFC race. If you love this team, this is the conversation you need to hear today. I'm your host on Kansas City Chiefs Today. Let's roll. Let's set the table first. The headline lit up feeds this morning. A key Chiefs playmaker has been left out amid an ongoing, unexplained absence. In true Chiefs fashion, Coach Reid's tone stayed even, and Mahomes stayed steady, emphasizing respect, support, and next man up. That's the brand here. Protect the player, keep the main thing, and focus on winning football. But timing is everything in the NFL. We're in the grind of the season, where one player's availability can swing a game plan by 20%. Sudden absences force new personnel groupings, shift practice reps, and change how you script the first 15 plays. It's not just about Sunday. It's about the repetition and trust built Monday through Saturday. And when your locker room's heartbeat changes rhythm, leaders step up. That's where Mahomes comes in. He's the stabilizer, the guy who faces the questions, shoulders the noise, and keeps the offense in phase. Reid provides the structure, Patrick provides the confidence. The message from both was simple. The door is open, the support is real, and the team is focused on ball. Now, let's be honest, fans want more detail. But the Chiefs have always balanced transparency with player privacy. If there's uncertainty, they lean on culture, fundamentals, and a scheme that can morph week to week. That's how this dynasty has stayed a dynasty in the Cap era. So what does this actually change on the field? It depends on usage, and that's where the ripple effect begins. If the absent star is an offensive weapon, you'll see immediate shifts in personnel packages. Expect more 11 personnel with a different slot profile, or a heavier rotation of backs to manufacture yards after catch. Motion becomes even more important. Jet looks, orbit motion, and stack releases to free the first read. If it's a perimeter receiver-type skill set that's missing, expect Andy to dial up more bunch formations and switch releases to beat press without relying on pure one-on-one talent. That keeps timing clean and lets Patrick play point guard. We've seen this before: spread the ball, use layered routes, and force the defense to declare early. Mahomes doesn't need a hero ball bailout. He needs clean windows and answers in rhythm. If the absent star is a defensive anchor, then the chessboard flips. Steve Spagnuolo is a master of masking weaknesses with disguise and pressure. That could mean more simulated pressures on early downs, more creepers on third and medium, and a heavier lean on pattern match rules to take away staple concepts without leaving a corner on an island. When the Chiefs are down a headliner on D, they don't panic. They become more unpredictable. Special teams can quietly be affected too. If that player was on a core unit, Dave Tubb reassigns roles, and you may see a young gunner get his shot. Hidden yardage wins ugly games in October and November. Field position becomes play caller insurance. There's a psychological layer here as well. NFL players are human. When someone you respect is suddenly missing, it sharpens the room. Veterans recommit to details, rookies get louder in meetings, and practices take on a different energy. That can be a spark. The Chiefs have historically turned noise into focus. Think about how often this team channels distractions into clean, clinical Sundays. From a game planning standpoint, Reid's first 15 will tell you everything. Watch the opening script. Do we see quick RPOs to settle the pocket? Do we see early screens to stretch pursuit and punish overaggression? Do we see the tight end featured in seam bender concepts to stress the safety rotation? All of that can be a response to a missing star and a defense ready to pounce. On defense, early down structure will reveal Spag's answer. Do we stay in too high shells to bait the run and rally, or spin down late to steal an extra hat? Are the simulated pressures showing up in the first defensive series, or does he hold them until a key third and 7 in the second quarter? With the Chiefs, answers are in the sequencing. Let's go deeper on the offensive side first. Without a marquee playmaker, the Chiefs lean into distribution. Expect Mahomes to be even more surgical with progressions, 1 to 2 to check down, fast. Andy can call more high-percentage throws off condensed splits, using motion to create leverage instead of relying on pure separation. That keeps the chains moving and keeps the defense honest. Run game? Look for gaps/power if the front we're facing is light and fast, or more duo to test interior discipline. Reid mixes mid-zone with pin pull to give the backside safety too much to think about. The goal here is simple, run-pass neutrality. If the defense can't key a tendency, the pass game stays on schedule. Red zone creativity becomes critical without a star mismatch. Expect condensed bunch, quick return motion, and tight splits to manufacture picks within legal limits. Patrick thrives when the window is small but defined. Look for sprint-out variations and shovel series wrinkles, classic Chiefs signatures tweaked weekly. Defensively, without a headline player, Spags builds a web. 3-man simulated pressure can look like 5 to the quarterback, especially when the picture lies pre-snap. A steady diet of late safety rotation can bait the shot play and put the corner in trail with help arriving on time. If a pass rush star is out, Spags compensates with coverage confusion and hot hand blitzers. And don't sleep on situational football. If the missing player was a 2-minute monster, then clock and timeout management become even more deliberate. If he was a third down specialist, expect more crossers and mesh from the offense to create rough first downs, or more green dog principles on defense to close escape hatches. The Chiefs excel by winning the middle 8 minutes, last 4 of the first half, first 4 of the second. Without a star, those 8 minutes become the fulcrum. Finally, leadership fills gaps that talent can't. This locker room has earned the right to say, "We got this." Mahomes keeps the sideline calm, Kelsey sets the tone on detail, and the defense enforces the will. That's the blueprint of champions. Let's talk about the conversations swirling outside the building. Fans are emotional, and rightfully so. When a top player vanishes from the lineup, speculation explodes. But the Chiefs have built a reputation on handling sensitive situations with respect, and that matters. Today's comments from Reid and Mahomes fit that philosophy. Protect the person, support the player, prioritize the team. From a media standpoint, this story is catnip. National shows will debate whether Kansas City can sustain elite play without a marquee weapon. They'll question chemistry, continuity, and whether this is a blip or a trend. That's fine. The Chiefs don't play narratives. They play opponents. For the fan base, the best response is exactly what we've seen in the Mahomes era. Show up, get loud, and trust the standard. This team's identity is bigger than one nameplate. For every star that sits, another player becomes a story. That's how legacies are built. Opportunity meets preparation in front of a roaring crowd. Now, if you're worried about locker room vibes, listen to the tone from the podium. Unified. No stray quotes. No passive-aggressive soundbites. The Chiefs communicate like a dynasty because they are one. That steadiness is often the difference between a 2-week wobble and a Sunday blowout win. Zooming out to the AFC, every seed matters. One unexpected loss in October can snowball into a January flight you didn't want to take. The margin for grabbing the 1 seed is razor thin every season, and the Chiefs know the roadmap by heart. Handle your division, win your home games, and split the heavyweights on the road. If a star remains out, rivals will smell opportunity. But remember, Kansas City's edge isn't just talent, it's adaptability. They win in shootouts, they win in grinder games, and they win with complementary football. Rivals can plan for personnel. It's a lot harder to plan for a culture that solves problems in real time. Bottom line, the absence matters, but it doesn't define the AFC picture unless you let it. The Chiefs won't. What should we watch next? First, the participation reports. Who's getting the reps that shift from the absent star? That tells you how the staff sees the plan evolving. Second, the play caller fingerprints. If the opening script skews to quick game and YAC, we're smoothing the edges. If we attack vertically early, we're testing the opponent's rules. Third, situational mastery. Red zone, third down, 2-minute. If the Chiefs own those, the absence fades from the broadcast. That's the hallmark of a well-run operation. No matter the noise, the football stays clean. And one more thing, the door remains open. We heard that in the tone today. The Chiefs are about the long game. When the time is right, the bridge back is there. Until then, the standard is the standard, and the next man up gets to write his chapter. Chiefs Kingdom, you know how we do it here. We don't panic, we prepare. We don't chase noise, we chase rings. If you're riding with this team through the questions and the answers, you're in the right place. Drop your takes in the comments and join the road to 5,000 subs here on Kansas City Chiefs Today.